Hey y'all, stick around because we're about to explore some of the world's most captivating deserts where sand meets the sky and adventure meets beauty. Trust me, these places will take your breath away, and not just because it's hot out there.
Take your breath away? Yeah, that's called heat exhaustion, Savannah. But hey, stick around. There's got to be an oasis with air conditioning, right?
Welcome to Traveluptuous, your go-to channel for extraordinary travel experiences. I'm Savannah, your guide to the wild and wonderful, and today we're heading out to explore 7 of the most breathtaking deserts in the world.
And I'm Landon, here to figure out why anyone would want to visit a place where hydration is the #1 survival skill. But hey, if endless sand dunes, unbearable heat, and no Wi-Fi are your thing, then buckle up. This one's for you.
Oh, hush! Deserts are full of surprises. Just wait till you see what they have to offer. You might even want to trade in your city skyline for a view of the dunes.
Only if there's a dune buggy involved. Or, a cold iced coffee at the top of one of those dunes.
First up, we've got the Sahara Desert, the largest hot desert in the world. Y'all, this place is like standing on the edge of eternity. The dunes here stretch for miles, with some over 250 meters high. It's like you're walking through a sea of golden waves that just keep rolling on forever.
Wait, 250 meters? You mean people willingly climb those? What's the reward? More sand? Do they at least serve cocktails at the top?
No cocktails, but the sunset view is worth every step, trust me. And get this, the Sahara isn't just about sand. It's got rocky plateaus, salt flats, and even oases where palm trees grow and people live. It's like nature just decided to sprinkle in a little paradise here and there.
Palm trees in the middle of a desert? Okay, but what's the deal with the camel rides? I heard that's the Uber of the Sahara.
Yep, camels are the way to go. Picture this, riding a camel across the dunes, camping under a sky so full of stars it feels like the universe is putting on a show just for you. It's magic, Landon.
Yeah, as long as that magic includes Wi-Fi and a portable fan, maybe I'll think about it. I'm not sure how my Instagram is going to handle no signal.
Next, we're heading to the Atacama Desert in Chile, the driest desert on Earth. I'm talking places that haven't seen a drop of rain in centuries. It's like stepping onto another planet. The landscape here is surreal, with salt flats, volcanoes, and rock formations that look like they belong on Mars.
Oh great, a place where even rain says, nah, I'm good, I'm sensing a theme here, deserts and zero water. Does it come with complimentary dehydration?
Oh hush! The Salar de Atacama is incredible. It's this massive salt flat that stretches out as far as the eye can see. And the contrast with the bright blue sky? It's like walking through a dream. Plus, the wildlife here is something else. You might spot flamingos just hanging out in the salt flats.
Wait, flamingos? In the driest place on Earth? Are they lost? Should someone tell them there's, no water here?
Nope, they're right where they're supposed to be. They thrive in the salt flats. And for all you stargazers out there, the Atacama's night sky is one of the clearest in the world. You can see galaxies with your naked eye. It's like looking up and touching the stars.
Stars again? Savannah, I swear, if we end up stargazing in every desert, I'm gonna need a telescope app. Maybe there's a stargazing Wi-Fi hotspot somewhere.
Now let's head to Namibia, home to the Namib Desert and some of the tallest sand dunes in the world. The dunes at Sossusvlei can reach over 300 meters. The colors of the sand are something else. Deep reds and oranges that glow like fire under the sun.
300 meters? Savannah, that's taller than most skyscrapers. So what, you hike to the top and then what, ski back down?
Some people actually do slide down, but the real thrill is just taking in the view. And don't forget about Dead Vlei, this eerie white clay pan surrounded by those red dunes, scattered with ancient dead trees. It's like walking through a painting.
Dead trees, red sand. I'm getting more post-apocalyptic vibes than nature's art gallery. Just tell me I'm not going to find myself in a real-life Indiana Jones situation, right?
Only if you want to. And if you're lucky, you'll spot some of the desert wildlife, like oryx and springbok. These animals have adapted to survive here in ways you won't believe. They're as tough as the desert itself.
Great, so they're like the desert's personal trainers, surviving while I'm just trying not to melt into the sand.
Next, we're off to Wadi Rum in Jordan, also known as the Valley of the Moon. And trust me, when you see it, you'll know why. It's a desert, but it's not all sand. It's these massive sandstone mountains that rise up out of the ground like something from a sci-fi movie. In fact, they filmed movies like Lawrence of Arabia and The Martian here.
Okay, I'll admit, Valley of the Moon sounds kind of cool. So what, we just stand around pretending we're on Mars? Or are there actual activities that don't involve getting sand in places sand shouldn't be?
Oh, there's plenty to do. You can go rock climbing, trek across the desert on camels, or explore the ancient petroglyphs carved into the rocks. And the Bedouin people? They're the most hospitable folks you'll ever meet. You might even get to sit around a campfire, sip some tea, and listen to their stories.
Let me guess. Under the stars again, right? You and your stars, Savannah. Do they throw in a stargazing blanket or do we have to BYO?
Stars are just part of the package, Landon. But trust me, there's nothing like sitting in the desert watching the stars over Wadi Rum. It's pure magic. Now let's head to Death Valley in California. Don't let the name scare you. It's full of surprises. First off, there's Badwater Basin, the lowest point in North America, 282 feet below sea level. Then there's Artist's Palette, where the hills are painted with all kinds of colors. Pink, purple, green, it's like someone took a paintbrush to the desert.
Death Valley? Really? Couldn't they have picked a friendlier name? I feel like you're setting me up for heat stroke here. But okay, colorful hills sound cool. What's next? Death Valley lemonade?
No lemonade, but Death Valley does have its own surprises. Every few years, there's a rare super bloom, where wildflowers pop up all over the desert after a good rain. It's like the desert throws its own surprise party.
Wait, flowers in a place called Death Valley? Talk about mixed messages.
Exactly. It's all about contrast. The hottest, driest place, yet life still finds a way. And the sunsets? Breathtaking. Imagine watching the colors of the sky matching those painted hills.
Okay, that does sound Instagram worthy. As long as I've got my camera and about 12 gallons of water.
Next stop is White Sands National Park in New Mexico, and y'all, it's like walking on snow. The dunes here are made of gypsum, which makes the sand brilliantly white. It's the largest gypsum dune field in the world.
Wait, white sand? Like actual snow in the middle of the desert? That's a new one. Do I need a sled or snowshoes?
You can totally sled down the dunes. People do it all the time. It's like desert sledding. Plus, the contrast between the white sand and the deep blue sky, it's like nature's version of high contrast mode.
Sledding in the desert? Savannah, this might be the only time I say yes to sand, as long as I don't melt halfway down the dune.
Well, y'all, that's our tour of the world's most amazing deserts. From the golden waves of the Sahara to the bright white dunes of white sands, each desert's got its own story to tell. And who knew they could be so full of life and beauty?
Yeah, beauty, sand, and a lot of stars. I'll admit, some of these places are actually pretty epic. Just pack lots of water, maybe a fan, and hope your phone has a satellite mode for emergencies.
Or, just unplug and enjoy the beauty of nature. Thanks for joining us, and if y'all love this video, hit that subscribe button and check the description for links to flights, hotels, and rental cars. We've even got some huge discounts for your next adventure.
And remember, click those links unless you want your desert trip to turn into a real-life episode of Survivor.
See y'all next time.